Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonah Prachodayantam.
So namaste. Hi Paul.
Hi everybody.
So we'll continue our discussion on meditation and sounds. Actually it's not our first video about this topic, so better to say we really continue. And so many Westerners like to meditate while listening to the beautiful music, and as we had already mentioned in our previous video, that it's not a classical approach if we speak about Indian Vedic tradition of meditation, of Buddhist meditation. And I myself practice and teach kriyayoga meditation, and you, Paul, sivanandayoga teacher, and so we know that in both traditions, actually, the proper meditation must be while no sounds at all. But it's basically very helpful because people just, come back from the office, meditate at home or meditate in a yoga studio. And it's really helpful to bring peace, balance, harmony into the mind and all that emotional, turbulence, whatever. And music is helpful. I want to ask you a very actually practical question. What kind of music? We're speaking about music, but let us say that, we have a few choices, and one of them just sounds of nature, which are very famous. Now it's like sound of forest, ocean, rain, wind, any river sounds. The second choice is so-called New Age meditation music, which is like just beautiful sounds, instrumental sometimes. Then one more choice is so-called ethnic music, like Arabian, Indian, Chinese, Japanese, like ethnic music. And one more choice, actually, classical or Western music, I mean Mozart, or maybe any kind of things like Mozart. Well, what is your suggestion? What is your opinion? What kind of music is helpful and what kind of music is not helpful at all? I mean to say, I'm not asking you about rock and roll or hard rock, because we suppose that that's obvious that we can listen some way in the club, whatever, hard rock music, but it's not for the meditation. But it's good to meditate while listening, for example, Mozart.
Yeah, it's a very good question, because we have in my ashram in Shivananda also, it's a special list even. Like what kind of music better for meditation, what kind of sounds, let's say, better, what kind of sounds not so good for meditation. The answer is pretty straightforward. The tamasic music, it means tamasic music, in who doesn't know this word, it's kind of psychedelic music, when chaotic music. That's really bad for meditation. It could be rock, could be electronic, could be ethnic also, any tamasic thing, like, or tamasic, whatever. It's very heavy, or like too much different sounds altogether, not harmony in it. So that kind of music, like you just can't meditate with it. It could be classical music, it could be electronic music, like New Age even. It doesn't matter of the style. It goes this way. With Rajas music, you can, but some people can, some people can't. It's New Age mostly. It's kind of Rajastic. It's peace, but not completely. like sounds of nature, let's say. Not that way. Sounds of nature, it's different. So, and Sattvic, of course, my answer, no matter what style is that, no matter what kind of music it's that, Sattvic. What does it mean, Sattvic? When you feel harmony in it, when it's calm, peaceful, you already told, like, it could be classical, Mozart even too also. It could be, of course, some new age thing, but doesn't really matter. It should be positive, should be balanced, like raga. Let's say, yeah, it's in some. I know the yogis who listen in raga, and they mention it meditation already. So just listening for raga, they're already like kind of in meditation state of mind. So that's ethnic music, let's put it that way. So that's my answer. Tamasic music, like chaotic music, very loud music, like you can do it. Rajastic, it depends on the person, like what kind of person you are. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. So it's in the middle. So it's more about Tamasic, Rajasic, and Sattvic music than the style, especially. What kind of music is it? What kind of sound? It should be peaceful, harmony, sound for you. Like it's not like for another person, it could be not harmony. He's different. So it depends of the main word. It's harmony music. That's my answer. But for different people, for different nations, for different age, like let's say, for different taste, it could be different. I know people who meditate with music like I can't. Let's say, like I'm different, and other way. Like with me, like classical music, like it's beautiful. I can do it with Mozart like easily. It helps. But for other person, he's going crazy. So it's more individual also. Subject and individual. This is it.
You know, that's very interesting. That really, it's not the question. I totally agree with you that it's not the question about how can we mention the style, like new age or classical or whatever. The point is actually what kind of feeling we experience while listening. So that's I agree with you that it's not the point to say.
Bad internet for a few seconds. Yeah.
Yeah. But actually, I think the record is on.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not the point to mention about what kind of style, but the question is what kind of vibration.
Exactly.
And, actually, anyway,
I was talking about vibration. Yeah.
Yeah. That's. But anyway, my opinion that Western classical music, for example, like Mozart, I don't think it's good for meditation. That's my opinion. Why? Because it's too emotional. And because it's too emotional, so it means it may not bring the peace which we expect to achieve while practicing meditation. So it means emotional, like, Mozart is for me not really good, and I never advise to listen Mozart while meditating, but to listen to Mozart, of course, it's very good while you're driving or doing any kind of computer work. Just listen to the classical music that will bring you peace while you're doing something, even taking food. But for meditation, it's too emotional. And if we take as example for classical Indian raga music, some of our viewers may know, some of our viewers, of course, don't know what does mean raga. Raga, it's an ancient tradition of exactly meditation music in ancient, Vedic culture. And the way how raga is composed. Actually, thousands of different kinds of ragas exists, of course, yeah, and they have also some structure which is very complicated. I mean, different kinds of ragas can be connected also with the different astrological kind of things, and you know, that's exactly bring peace of mind. And of course, you know, sounds of nature, I think it's a brilliant, you know, thing that now we have a chance to meditate not just while listening to the music, but just sounds of nature. That's even better, because sounds of nature are impersonal. They're just nature.
Yeah.
Because
Yes.
in music, you know, it's a kind of musician is behind that, but the sounds of nature, like, very impersonal. Okay, let me ask you one more question about, you know, okay, sound of sound of nature. What is your opinion about this kind of, well, it's not music, but meditate
Yeah.
while listening to this kind of, you know, sound of nature? What is your opinion?
I totally agree with you. Like with I kind do it with Mozart also, and I'm not saying it to my students also. But you can listen and you just can listen like a music, but it's not meditation. It's the first thing. Sounds of nature. It's very good, but only for meditation when you need to relax, when you need to balance. With with the point with real meditation, when you trying to find your soul, God, your Atman, you like even that should be put it on the side. Like you don't have to concentrate on that also. So in that way, so if you're doing transcendental, real meditation, like special techniques, like we do like in Shivananda, and I know it exists in Kriya also. So even that not nearby. So you don't go with that. Yeah, according the Mozart, I was said before, like I I can meditate on Mozart, and then I said like I'm not doing it. So for me, it's possible. It doesn't bother me. Let's put it that way. But I don't do it. So I'm not gonna do like meditation with Mozart definitely. So and I'm not giving it to this advice to the students also. Like never. But why I said I can. It's possible. If it's gonna be like Mozart or any other sounds, I can concentrate enough not even to listen it. Like, you know, like it's kind of far away, to put it far away. That's my answer. So it could be, if it's gonna be like heavy rock, like nearby, it would be hard for me. But if it's gonna be Mozart, it would be easier. But usually, of course, I'm not gonna do it. Like, yeah. And with the nature, like you asked before, of course, sounds of nature is very good. Like I said before, for peace of mind, it's perfect. But like Western is doing, yeah. But for deep meditation, even that, I would put it on the side.
Yeah, that's it. I remember a wonderful story, which is of course, not for the beginners in the field of meditation. But anyway, let me mention. I think the most famous Kriya Yoga meditation master, of course, is Paramahamsa Yogananda, who lived in the first half of 20th century, and he was like the first great Indian guru who actually immigrated into the United States. And his main ashram is somewhere not so far from San Diego, South California, and Yogananda passed away in 1952. But okay, so it was very interesting event story, like, you know, situation. He was meditating with a group of disciples back in 30s, I believe, and you know, like just the next building was the process of reconstruction or construction with the heavy, awful sounds. And just of course that was a group of advanced disciples, and Yogananda just told, okay, do not be disturbed by this awful sound, just meditate on this sound. And all of these disciples, later on, just in a few moments, they experienced that, okay, no sounds at all, where is that sound? And do not struggle with the sound. I mean, just include it, incorporate it into your meditation. Of course, that's a story not for the beginners, and let us just support our idea that, okay, if you make a first steps, better to use meditation on any kind of, or while listening to any beautiful music, that's helpful. And the only point is choose music properly. It must be peaceful. Any kind of music, it must be peaceful. If it is peaceful, that's perfect choice. And sounds of nature, that's the best.
That's true. I totally agree. Like, yeah, should be peace. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Okay, let us complete our video for today. So, namaste, everyone. Be happy, meditate while choosing music properly. Peace of mind to all of us. See you next time.
See you.
Om Bhurбhuvah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayantam